Every time you find a British reader, you're like, oh, let me get you a badge. Hello, anybody still listening? Hi.
Which sort of books do you read at the moment? Like, is there any books that you have that you're planning to buy?
Apart from all the ones that are on my Kindle,
Yeah.
I tend to, the minute I'm trying not to pre-order books, but I buy them if I
Yeah.
see them come out. I
Yeah.
recently just read Katie Knight's Den of Vipers, which was really good. I'm really into reverse harem or gay books at the minute. I don't know why. I can't seem to get into straight books for some reason. They seem to boys like, why has she only got one
Yeah.
guy? She needs that guy too.
Yeah. Yeah. My editor, she does a lot of gay romances. I think I've not read any of them, but I clicked on her name on Amazon and it just came up with a whole load of gay romances.
Because it's really popular.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to write.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I always find I can write guys better than I can write girls, even though I am a girl.
Yeah, I find it's weird. I write so many of my stories are written from the point of view of girls, and the one that's written from the guy's point of view, he just does. Like, when it comes to like sex and stuff like that, he just goes he just all goes, well, if you want to know what happened here, go and read 50 Shades of Grey and come back.
Oh my guys, my people enjoy the sex. They're like, yes, come watch.
Yeah,
I get quite explicit.
yeah,
You gotta grab the audience and bring them in.
It's because it's meant to be like because of the fact that he's a real person, so he's talking about his real wife, so he doesn't want their sex life sort of broadcast. So yeah, people didn't sort of get that. I don't think.
No, they just think it's stayed to black, boring.
So I was trying to make people understand that sometimes his grammar is terrible because he's not an actual writer, and it's meant he's just telling the story.
You should just declare this book is written by a person who is not an author from that person's point of view. Please expect grammatical errors and sarcastic comments.
Yeah. There's one I was working on at some point. It's like the opposite version of that book where the woman who's writing it, she can't type very well because her hands don't work very well. So she's using text to speak, and then she's going. Then my friend is kind of correcting it for me, and she goes, she's going to take out all the points where I coughed or blew my nose or did so. And then her friend goes, "No, I'm not. I'm just going to sit here and laugh."
Oh, why not?
Yeah. And but I don't know if people get the humour behind that. As her friend just sort of writes.
I think British because that's definitely British sense of humour. The rest of the world probably not so much.
Yeah.
Unless they've got the weird British sense of humour like us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with most of the readers being in America.
Every time you find a British reader, you're like, oh, let me get you a badge. They're very rare. Have a badge.
Yeah.
I did that to someone. I was talking to one of the people at my books, and all of a sudden she went, "Yeah, I'm in the UK." I'm like, "What? Wait, what? You're UK?" Someone understands me. Here, have a badge. Welcome to the UK club. Hello.
Yeah,
on my timeline,
isn't it? So few people when I was not well. There's less people in the UK to cater for. So it's mainly people in the UK who I find who read a couple of pages and then give up.
Not our humour. Go away. I think there's more of us, but I think the UK we're not as outspoken, so it's like we don't advertise that we like these type of books. Or more.
Yeah.
I like this, but I'll read it behind closed doors. I'm not going to do anything to give me away. I'm prim and proper. You got the ones that just like, I can't be arsed. I like the book, but I'm not saying anything.
And you get people
Americans are all outspoken.
you get people who will only read books they buy in shops or by well-known
Yeah.
authors and stuff like that. Like some of my family members, for example, who'll read a book by a well-known person, but then they'll like, I'll read yours at some point.
So yeah, gee, thanks.
Yeah.
Like you just all of a sudden end up getting a paperback copy of your book and shoving it in their face, going,
Yeah.
"Hey, look, right here, you can read it now."
Yeah. I did that with my sister, and she still hasn't read it.
Oh God.
But then she's working as a teacher, and she's got twins as well, so I'll forgive her for that.
Yeah, she gets some leeway.
Yeah. 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 Um. Okay. So one of them was, how have you found the world of like indie authors? I know you're not specifically an indie author. That was the question, was specifically indie authors, but just being
Well,
an
I suppose
indie.
I am because I self-publish, so I am
Oh, yeah,
sort of an
you are
indie
an indie
author.
author. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
self-publish on Amazon,
yeah,
and
same here.
yeah, it's just easier.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to go with a publisher. I don't think because they'll try and change my book too much, and it's like
yeah,
I write, as my PA's found out, I write slightly differently because I write the way I think and speak,
yeah,
which sometimes comes across great, sometimes needs a little tweaking. But overall, my ideas are quite different because I like being different. I like
yeah,
having like Risa, my main character, her race is a changeling, which is a race I've made up.
yeah,
And they can basically they can turn into anything in the world. They can turn into any animal or any being, any race, but they have to level up. So they have to gain
yeah,
power. And then once they've gained enough power, they'll gain a new form.
yeah,
And if they get a new form but they can't handle it, so they're not powerful enough, they won't be able to change into it. So they've got
yeah,
to earn the right to basically be these other things. But quite a lot of people are like, well, isn't that overpowered? I'm like, well, no, because if she's not got the power to control it, she ain't gonna turn into it.
yeah.
End of story.
So I have a sort of similar race, or these bad witches, and what there's like all these bad witches all over the world, but like one of them is good, and there's only like one good one amongst the bad ones, and she's trying to do good things, but only has the power to do bad things. So
Yeah,
because none of the good people are left, but yeah, she can sort of change into other people if she's touched them, and
yeah.
I had this bit where this girl was saying, well, she's like, well, it's all right for you. You're really pretty. And she's saying to her, it's all right for you. You're really pretty. And she goes, have you noticed something? And she's like, what? She goes, I've been you the whole time.
One of my favorite races
Yeah,
I've made up. I haven't
yeah,
actually given it a name yet because I'm still writing the book, but she becomes a new paranormal at 12
yeah,
o'clock every morning. So one day she'll be a vampire, the next she might be a demon, the next she might be something else. She has no idea what she's going to be. And it's limited because obviously she can't learn race related skills. So, like, say for vampires, she can't learn to turn
yeah,
into mist unless she's a vampire.
yeah,
So, where she's good at like the common skills, she's strong, she's powerful, she's old. She can't do stuff that a medium level vampire can.
yeah,
But she can still kick your ass because she is hundreds of years old and is powerful. She just can't turn into mist. She just can't put people in thralls, or she can't use high level attacks until she's been that race again and starts learning. So it's sort of limited, but it's fun because I can literally, if I want to have a fun day, I can be like, she's going to be a snail shifter today. Let's see how that works.
yeah,
And I can experiment with it. And it's like, I've always wanted to try a centaur, but I'm never sure whether I could do one. Oh,
yeah,
well, love, guess what? You're a centaur for a day today.
yeah.
Just roll a dice and
Yeah, that sounds
completely confuse
awesome.
myself.
Yeah, yeah, that
But,
sounds awesome. You can do so many different things with that.
and it's fun when she changes because she's, by this point, there's very few that she hasn't been. Because obviously, if you think she's a couple of hundred, I think she's like a couple hundred to 1,000 years old. I can't
Yeah,
remember. So by now, she's pretty much been everything at least once.
Yeah.
And she's kept journals of what that creature, paranormal race is, the pros, the cons, what she needs to remember. She's very organized.
Yeah.
So she'll go on, and then she'll instantly, once she wakes up, she's like, what am I today? She has to like literally go read the journal, like, right, I'm a vampire today. Anything I need to know? Oh yeah, that's what I need to do. So when she becomes the rarer ones, like she's just turned into a venom demon. And she's had to go back to her book going, do I need to wear gloves? I can't remember. Because obviously she's got venom in her nails, and if she touches someone, she can kill them. But she can't, because she hasn't been a venom demon for so long. She's got to go back to her journals to remember how to be a venom demon.
To remember how she's going to kill, whether she's going to kill people or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it has fun with it as well.
One I'm working on, part 4 of the one I'm working on at the moment, is this girl's been turned into a werewolf, and she just sees her friend getting attacked and decides to just go and bite the person who's attacking them, and then she just obviously to save them, and not realizing that this is a really powerful witch who she's attacking, and she bites her, and then she's like, then the other one goes, like, what have you done? You've just turned one of the most powerful people in the world into a werewolf.
Whoopsie.
And she's like, now we have flying werewolves that can shoot magic at people.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
And then she's like,
that werewolf did it.
Yeah, then she's like, oh, I didn't know I've only been a werewolf 5 minutes. I didn't know that these things existed.
Didn't know I could turn somebody so quickly.
Yeah.
Well, back to your actual question, which is on the indie communities. They're all really friendly and very helpful. You get a few people who are a bit put off-ish. And some people are not friendly, but majority of them are really kind and helpful, and
that's what I find. Chat. Yeah, that's what I've found with most people. You get the odd ones who are a bit sort of, and then they just sort of disappear from Facebook.
Yeah.
Or I disappear from their either I disappear from their friends list, or they disappear from mine.
It's great because the community is so supportive. It's like if you need help, there's always someone there who's offering advice, give you tips. Because I had quite a lot of it when I was first starting. I had no idea what I was doing. And when it came to actually publishing research, I'm there going, I don't know what I'm doing here. And look, I was able to find a female UK author who was able to help explain everything to me. She didn't mind me asking her questions, so I could learn what I was doing.
Yeah.
And now I have my PA Shannon, who is awesome.
Yeah, she helped me. That's sort of how I know Shannon is, because she set up the group for sending free books to people from for COVID.
Yeah.
And how she was sending out like free books to people to read while we were on lockdown, and I posted a load of stuff in her group and sold gave away about 500 copies.
Yeah.
So, and out of all of that, I got 1 review.
Shannon's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I did actually do a joke, and I went live at one point in my group, and I told everyone, if something goes wrong, hashtag blame Shannon. Yeah. She made me do the live. So every so often throughout the post, I'd go, hashtag blame Shannon. And then she eventually popped up and went, hey, don't blame me. Like, yeah, you're my PA. I blame you for everything.
Yeah.
Anything goes wrong, blame Shannon, not me.
Yeah.
She's the boss.
That sounds like my old boss. Blame me for everything.
I blame Shannon for everything.
We had this. We had this place I used to work at where there was a running joke that I was to blame for everything, even if I wasn't there.
Yeah. That's Shannon. Well, Shannon's so helpful. She explains everything so well. She goes above and beyond as a PA, which is amazing. Because I don't think there'll be, because she's also my editor, Shannon.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's that many editors who would actually sit and read out a 60k, 70k plus book to the author to make sure the edits are right. But that's the only way I can edit my books, because if you send me the edits, my brain just goes, no, not doing it. I'm dyslexic. I don't know how to spell the first time round. I don't know how to spell this time round. And
Yeah.
I simplify my words sometimes. So there'll be a sentence where Shannon's like, so what did you actually mean here? I'm like, well, does it make sense? She's like, no, it does. But what did you actually mean? Translation, let's not simplify this. And then I'll speak out what I actually wanted to put into the book because I couldn't get it out. I just couldn't spell any of the words. And I went, oh, sorry, we'll do the simplified version of it.
Yeah.
So she felt, which is why Reese's book the second time round is thicker, because certain bits where I'd simplified it because I couldn't spell words, especially near the beginning of the book where obviously I was only just starting out. She changed it. I was like, come on, Mike, tell me what you really mean. And we went through it like that. And I don't think there's many editors who would do that.
No.
It took over a week to do it, of like, I think it's like 5-hour sessions. I was just talking over Facebook, going through this bloody book.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my editor's not so much like that. I think she's more sort of a quick go over, and she sometimes misses things, but
Shannon's indulgent. She'll read it through first herself, fixing majority stuff. She then obviously will read it through with me. She'll read it through again, and she has about, I think it's 3 to 5 different programs like Grammarly and a couple of others that she will then run over. And she's also the formatter, so if she's formatting, she can also double check as well.
Yeah.
She's all around it.
Yeah, and as you know, I paid her about 35 quid, I think, for a 100-page book.
Well, I pay a bit more for mine, but
yeah,
Reese's was, I think, either just over 100 or just under 100. I can't.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Because obviously she sends in America, she sends it through dollars, so I can never remember what the actual correct price was. But it's really low, and Reese's book is 200 and odd, near enough 300 pages.
Yeah, so that probably works out about the same, doesn't it? Or at least one's only one. That was only 100.
Yeah, Sloth's close to 80k, and he cost me about just over 100 quid. And she did the same with that. She read it all out. I've told her she can never lose me now because I need her as an editor.
Yeah.
It's like she stuck with me for life.
Yeah, my original editor, I say she was my original editor. I paid her about $150, and she'd done about one chapter, and then I haven't heard from her since.
Oh God.
So, yeah.
Not good.
No, so she isn't getting any more work from me. So
go to Shannon. Yeah. Shannon's great.
Yeah. I had her, and then I'm with Anne Atwood at the moment, but Nothing.
Rachel coughed, that was all. She went on a coughing fit. We have to cut it out.
Yeah. So I think the next question was if the microphone's still behaving itself and the dog's good. The next question was is there anything that you would like to ask viewers, if there's anyone still listening?
Hello, anybody still listening? Hi.